Okay, here's the video, shapes and forms. The first thing we're going to talk about is the components of form. There are 5 separate components of form. First, there's the highlight, where the light source first hits the object. The midtone, the transition between the core shadow and the highlight. The core shadow, the shadow on the object. The cast shadow, the shadow the object casts. And the reflected light, the light between the core shadow and the cast shadow.
Hey guys, now it's time to learn how to shade these shapes and forms. Start with your darkest shadow first. It should echo the shape of whatever object you're shading. In this case, for a sphere, that shadow is a crescent. If your highlight gets too light, use the eraser to lighten. Don't forget to tidy up those edges. The cast shadow is your darkest area. In between your cast shadow and your core shadow, add the reflected light. I always start with the 5B first. 5B for the darkest shadows, HB for the midtone, (6H) for the highlight. I'm looking for smooth transitions between values and all of the components of form. Remember, your darkest core shadow is on the side that faces away from your light source. So for your cube, it should be on the left side. Remember, even though your cube and your cylinder, the top is the lightest, it should still have a little bit of value, just the barest hint of 6H onto the top for both the cylinder and the cube. The cone is very much like the cylinder. Starts with a dark shadow along the left side, which fades out as it goes toward the highlight. Notice how the core shadow, there's both a core shadow on the left and right side, but it's much larger on the left. Don't forget that reflected light.